So after the digital tooth setup step and the teeth movement step have been completed, the user could continue to export the relevant models. However, in BlueSkyPlan, we have the additional step to design printable aligners. This is Michael from BlueSkyBio, and in this tutorial video, I will demonstrate how to go ahead and design and export printable aligners directly from the BlueSkyPlan software. BlueSkyPlan has the relevant functionality and the relevant approval to design and export printable aligners. Now, this functionality could be used whether you're using optical scans with crown-only data or whether you're also using CT scans for true anatomical mechanics, reducing the mid-course refinement cases. You could see additional information regarding true anatomical mechanics and the ability to order aligners, taking advantage of the true anatomical mechanics and intelligent widget placement at prontoaligners.com and dentist-specific information /dentist. So once you've completed the teeth movement step, if you would like to design printable aligners, make sure you've selected the relevant radio button and then click Continue to Design Aligners. So we have our visibility controls and the ability to select and activate the relevant jaw and to show the opposing arch. Let's take a look at the maxilla for now. What we see is that the software has automatically drawn the liner curve. This is going to be the curve the liner is going to be fabricated. So we have the option here of creating a continuous or a scalloped curve. So if you want to make a change, simply click the relevant option and click Reset Curve. You also have the option here for the trim margin, which is the distance below the gingival margin, which the curve is going to be created. You can review the curve placement, and to modify the placement, simply grab and drag any of the relevant nodes and modify accordingly. If you would like to draw your own curve for whatever reason, simply click Clear Curve, hold down the Shift key, and with your left mouse button, click to place nodes to create a curve. Go all the way around the model and create the relevant curve. Now, while we're only drawing the curve on one model for the particular jaw, the software will automatically adapt and place the curve on all the relevant models for the particular jaw. Once you've approved and confirmed the curve on both of the jaws, simply click Continue to Export. We could see the software is now generating the liners for all the relevant models for the relevant jaws. Okay, we can now see on screen that we have the model and the liners, and we have two bases here for vertical printing. So just to demonstrate, if we run here with our slider through the various steps, we could see our aligner change accordingly and the platform as well with minor modifications to the platform. If we don't want to print with a vertical platform, you could simply right-click and choose Remove. And now I've removed the platform that was associated with the model, and we're left just with the platform for the liners, which we could remove as well. If we do want to keep the platform, we could simply unlock the platform. We could tweak the alignment with the liner accordingly. We want to make sure the platform touches the heels of the liner. It doesn't need to extend past the heels, but it should touch the heels. We have the separation functionality right here. Now, what we need to make sure is which platform we're dealing with, the model or the liner. So right now we're dealing with the liner, so I select the liner, and I could use the separation to separate the platform for the liner. I can control the relevant angle of the platform either by using the widget or by using the tilt settings that we have visible right here. Once I've finished modifying the platform for the liners, I could go ahead and add or modify the platform for the model simply by clicking on Model and then clicking the Add button. I can now click Unlock. I could use the widget as well as the tilt settings to review and modify the placement and angulation as necessary. And again, we're making the modifications on one model or one aligner, but of course it will be adapted to all the relevant models and aligners. Once that is done, we can emboss or engrave on the model or on the aligner. I go into more detail on this in other tutorial videos, but just quickly, you could simply enter the relevant text that you want here, click Show Label, position the model or aligner accordingly. You could control the size of the text by zooming in and out on the model or aligner, and then simply select Emboss or Engrave. Make sure you're applying it correctly onto the model or onto the aligner, and click the Apply button. The numbering for the number of the model or the aligner will be added automatically. If you just want the numbering without any other text, simply delete the text and only the numbering will remain. You could apply multiple labels, either with Emboss or Engrave, onto the model and to the liner. So you could apply multiple labels to the model or multiple labels to the liner. Once you've selected and made the proper adjustments, for example, if we like to emboss just the numbering onto the liner, simply click the Apply button and the software will emboss or engrave onto the model or the liner accordingly. Okay, we can now see that we've embossed the relevant numbering onto the liner. If we go through our slider to the various steps, we could see the correct numbering appears on the correct aligner. As usual, we have the ability to export a video where you could select what you would like to see in the video, either the screen view, both draws separately, or both draws in a bite, with options about what should be visible, including the CT teeth if relevant, IPR diastemas, the quality of the video, and any custom text you would like to add, with options regarding the size and different font options. Now, regarding the actual export options, because we've designed and generated printable aligners, we have checkboxes here where you could choose if you like to export the models and the aligners. Simply click the relevant checkbox. We have additional export options visible here as well. We could send the files directly to the printer's software. I have Rayware installed on my computer, therefore it shows up as an option. We have additional softwares integrated into BlueSkyPlan as well, and the relevant one will show up in a checkbox here on the export. We have the option to activate remote monitoring for this patient. For additional information on this, visit BlueSkyMonitoring.com. The relevant data will be transferred directly from BlueSkyPlan to the remote monitoring platform. The first 5 patients are free for all users, and each additional patient is a one-time fee. Currently, it's being offered at $29 per patient after those first 5 patients. And again, that's a one-time fee. It's not a monthly fee. We have the option here of exporting both draws. So if you like both draws being exported together, simply click the checkbox. What this will do is just export all the models and all the aligners for both draws. If it's not checked, then you could select the relevant jaw, run the export, select the other relevant jaw, run the export. But again, if you want both to be exported one after another automatically, just check the checkbox here. And then we have the option to create the report and export the report as well as a PDF document. Once you've made the relevant selections, simply click the export button and the models and aligners, whatever selected, will be saved directly to your computer. If you've activated the remote monitoring, a dialog box will open to start that process. And if you're exporting to the printing software as well, then that will open automatically as well. So once you've made your relevant selections, simply click the export button to continue. A confirmation box appears on the screen just to confirm that we've added any relevant platforms for vertical printing and we embossed and engraved the relevant text that we want to add. Once that's done, you could simply click yes, proceed to export. The software prompts us for location to which the relevant files will be exported. So I will choose my desktop and then I will click new folder, name the folder, enter, and then click the OK button. Okay, we could see on the progress bar that the relevant models and aligners are being exported and saved to our computer. You can see here that the relevant aligners and models have been generated and saved to the computer.